Good afternoon and welcome to the Midweek News at 1 p.m. on NTA Lagos Channel 10. I am Ntami Egbe. The Lagos State University's 127th inaugural lecture with Professor Toyin Enikuomei examines the growing influence of artificial intelligence on human thoughts and the emergence of an AI-driven society. The lecture, held at the Buba Marua Auditorium, Lasu, Ojo, also highlighted the need for Nigerians to embrace technology as a tool for improving productivity while preserving the value of human intelligence. Oluwabukola Akonde reports.
Before we can understand thinking machines, we must understand thinking itself. Thinking, in the sense that matters for this lecture, is the purposeful reduction of uncertainty through structured processing of information.
One keynote from the event was that intelligence comes through learning. Artificial intelligence is not born intelligent. This sets the focus of the 127th inaugural lecture of the Lagos State University, Ojo, Lagos, as the inaugural lecturer, Professor Toyin Enikuomei, spoke on the theme, Thinking Machines and Future of Thinking, Cyber-Physicalism, the Transformation of Human Thought, and the Emergence of an Artificial Intelligence-Driven Algorithmic Society. He explained that artificial intelligence systems exist for a fundamental purpose, to reduce uncertainty and not replace human intelligence.
Now, how many things can you remember? You look at your phone more often than you want to die by yourself, remember a lot of things. And that is where we are going. So we must be ready to see that AI is not just going to be a replacement. It's going to be something that I have to collaborate with. And we must be ready for that collaboration, which is essential for the next society.
In his presentation, he stated that the brain contains 86 billion neurons, describing it as a generator of expectations about information that has not yet arrived. It therefore encouraged Nigerians to embrace technology, noting that it makes work easier and faster.
The most important message is to be aware and be ready. And do not see algorithms and artificial intelligence as a threat. They should just re-engineer how they work, re-engineer how they do things, and be ready for the transformation.
Shortly after the lecture came a moment to thank God for the journey so far. From joining the university as an assistant lecturer, Professor Toyin Enikuomei rose through the ranks to become Deputy Vice Chancellor Administration. The Vice Chancellor, Professor Ibiyemi Olatunji Bello, alongside his family, friends, and colleagues gathered to celebrate the milestone with him. Indeed, a journey of a milestone begins with a step. In Lagos, Oluwabukola Akonde, NTA News.
As Nigeria gears up for the 2027 general election, the media will play a key role in informing voters and holding political actors accountable. But are there codes broadcasters must follow to ensure fairness, balance, accuracy, and responsible political reporting? Ime Udori's report is presented from our studios.
NBC Broadcasting Code requires broadcasters to maintain fairness, accuracy, and balance, particularly when dealing with matters of public interest. Providing voters with information to assess candidates, policies, and competing ideas remain a critical platform for democratic participation.
Campaign generally should be issue-based, not attacking people's personality, nonetheless. But however, a reputation still counts when it comes to elections.
The public should have that right, that freedom to express themselves and decide, okay, we've heard from this person, we've heard from this person, and this is who we want to choose.
As political activities gather momentum ahead of the 2027 general elections, stakeholders believe the focus should shift from personalities and propaganda to issues that directly affect Nigerians.
Ensure that political advertisements and campaigns conform with the provision of the code. For instance, all jingles must not exceed 60 seconds. You must avoid hate speech. Every claims, allegations must be verified before it is broadcast. Then another thing I will also want to say, which the code also captured, is voters' education.
Journalists should hold leaders accountable They should interrogate issues, enlighten and educate the populace, present alternative, don't promote one against the other. If this person say, I will get to Abuja via this route, and the other one say, no, that route might take you there, but very expensive. It is the duty of you as journalists to promote or expound what the alternative is, so that let the voters be the one to decide ultimately.
The NBC has issued a warning that violations involving hate speech, incitement, imbalance, and imposition of personal opinions could attract sanctions. The Electoral Act and INEC regulations equally provide a legal framework for political campaigns and media coverage.
Hate speech is a Class A offense. As enshrined in the code, it's a Class A offense. And what that means is that the license can be withdrawn or suspended outrightly. Even broadcast hours can be reduced.
As the clock ticks down to the 2027 election, stakeholders insist that professionalism, editorial independence, and strict adherence to the law must guide media practice.
Now switching lanes, the Non-Academic Staff Union of Educational and Associated Institutions, NASU, WAEC Nigeria branch, has staged a peaceful protest over issues bordering on staff welfare and working conditions. Ometere Chiedu reports that while calling for dialogue, the union is also seeking improved staff relations and welfare. The reports.
Solidarity forever for the union makes us strong.
With different placards bearing inscriptions that project their grievances, members of the Non-Academic Staff Union of Educational and Associated Institutions, NASU, WAEC Nigerian branch have raised 9 critical issues they say are affecting staff welfare and the credibility of the West African Examination Council. Speaking on the development, the chairman of NASU WAEC branch, Comrade Matthew Ogunyade, said the union had made several attempts to resolve the issue through dialogue, but alleged that their effort had been met with resistance from management.
The Non-Academic Staff Union of Educational and Associated Institutions, WAEC Nigeria, addressed the general public, the government of Nigeria, and all stakeholders on the worsening industrial relations climate in the West African Examinations Council, WAEC Nigeria. Despite our consistent commitment to dialogue and peaceful resolution, management has continued to ignore the due process and court proceedings. Actions we believe are deliberately intended to provoke an industrial crisis.
However, effort to get the management side of the story proved abortive. Speaking off camera, the Lagos Public Relations Officer of WAEC, Muyosola Adeshino, said the matter is currently before the courts. In Lagos, Ometere Chiedu, NTA News.
And up next, police operatives in Ogun State have raided a suspected baby factory in Mowe, rescuing 2 pregnant women and 4 children, while arresting 5 suspects allegedly linked to child trafficking and illegal adoption. The operation was among a series of arrests, rescues and recoveries recorded by the Nigeria Police Force across several states, according to the state-by-state executive summary of operational successes for August 25, 2026, signed by the Force Public Relations Officer, CSP Ani Iniedu. The Ogun operation followed credible intelligence on the activities of the suspected baby factory, where police operatives moved in and rescued the 6 victims. The 5 suspects arrested during the raid are being investigated over alleged child trafficking, illegal adoption, and related offenses. Police said investigations were also ongoing to establish the whereabouts of a newborn baby whose location remained unknown as of the time of the reports. Additional persons of interest had been invited for questioning as detectives worked to establish the full network behind the alleged operation. The case is being handled by the State's Criminal Investigation Department, SCID. And now we'll go for a short break. More reports on the other side. Please stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Are you looking for a spacious, serene, beautiful and comfortable environment for your event? Then
NTA Lagos Channel 10 premises is the place to be. With about 3,065 seating capacity,
NTA Lagos Channel 10 premises provides a well-secured land and car parking lot for your wedding receptions, birthday parties, religious and school activities. You can use our entire space and also have your event covered with a token which will be aired on our social diary program, Mary Lane.
For more inquiries, please contact our marketing department, NTA Lagos Channel 10, Tejo Show, or call Chibuzo
on 0812-324-5519
and Gmo
on 003-830-1669.
NTA Lagos premises affordable just for you.
You're welcome back to Midweek News at 1 p.m. on NTA Lagos Channel 10. And we continue with this report that Muslims across Nigeria recently marked Eid al-Maulud, commemorating the birth of Prophet Muhammad with prayers and reflections on his teachings and values. The occasion also provides an opportunity for the Muslim faithful to reflect on the virtues of compassion, humility, peace, and service to humanity. The reports.
Muslim faithful across the country have joined millions around the world to observe Eid al-Maulud, the anniversary commemorating the birth of Prophet Muhammad. The celebration, observed on the 12th day of Rabiul Awwal in the Islamic calendar, is marked by prayers, sermons, religious gatherings, and acts of charity.
We Muslims, we believe that someone that brought light, that ensure that he eradicated ignorance and brought light to Islam. So after his demise, after his death, we deem it fit that it's very important for us to celebrate his birthday, because the Holy Prophet Muhammad taught us that he was a leader, a community leader, a politician, a man of integrity. And Prophet Muhammad was a father, and all these things worth celebration. As a politician, he governed Saudi Peninsula in such a way that there was peace, there was no rancor during the time.
Muslim faithful say Eid al-Maulud serves not only as a religious observance, but also as an opportunity to promote values considered essential to peaceful coexistence and a united society.
Almighty Allah said that the person we can look onto and be the role model of Al-Ummah.
In Nigeria, the federal government declared Tuesday, August 25th, a public holiday to enable Muslims observe the occasion. In Lagos, Jesutan Moses, NTA News.
Meanwhile, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has congratulated Muslims on this year's Eid al-Maulud celebration, charging them to imbibe the good teachings of Prophet Muhammad. In a statement released by the Special Advisor to the President on Information and Strategy, Bayo Ononuga, the President said, beyond celebrating the birthday of the Holy Prophet, the faithful should use the occasion for introspection, prayer, and learning from the Prophet's exceptional virtues. The President urged religious leaders to use the period to pray for the country and to admonish their followers to translate the lessons from Prophet Muhammad's life in their commitments to the country. President Tinubu also urged those celebrating the Maulud festival to extend a hand of fellowship to the needy and vulnerable in the spirit of the season. He called for prayers against the insecurity and other afflictions bedeviling some parts of the country. And now we've come to the end of we've come to the end of this week's Midweek News at 1 p.m. on NTA Lagos Channel 10. Thanks for watching. I am Ntami Egbe. Please join us tonight for the news at 7 p.m. Good afternoon.
Thank you.